Really nice.
Yeah.
Amatu, this is our first time seeing you this
Honestly,
week. You've had
been
a
very busy this week.
We're happy for you. Talking about you while you're making money.
Honestly, it's been a busy week, and I missed this place and everything. And then,
did you bring my yaji?
Yes, of course, I brought a yaji.
Thank you very much.
Then, you know, usually when a friend of mine came and I took her back to the airport. So I usually go through Ikeja. So this time around, when I was coming, I said, let me pass through Ajao to go and see one of the supermarkets around that side. So after passing through Ajao, I now got to the edge of the bridge. I finished what I was doing at Ajao Estate. You know, I'll just go straight. Then I just got to the edge of the bridge and I became confused. I didn't know which one to pass.
Goes up, which one goes down.
It's very wrong for you to ask Lagosians.
They say continue.
And I saw someone and I said, please, I want to go to Bagada because I actually wanted to go to Bagada to check another store. The guy now said, Bagada. Take this way, straight. Badagry.
Hey!
Badagry Road. Hey, please, if you don't know road, just say I don't know. If you see the way the guy, not just one person. If you see the way the guy just said Bagada. As if it's just clean. Straight when you go straight.
So the indication on the bridge, because I pass there every afternoon after work to go home, it's easier to cut off traffic. Doesn't indicate which bridge.
Which bridge?
It's important that Lagos State puts another notification on that bridge because we will grow up here. We always know your way. But a lot is easy to miss.
Yes, it is actually.
I was upset. I was just upset. I was just going. I was like, where is this Bagada?
The journey continues.
I had to go down. I turned down. Yes, because of Google Map. Because I know the way.
No, in Google Map, there are three bridges. Yes, it's side by side. So the likelihood of you.
The second exit on the left. I'm okay. Glad to be here with you. It's been generally, I would say, it's pensive, and for some reason, I feel we that are in the media space, there should be provision, apart from your wardrobe, there should be provision for access to shrinks. Because this past few days
back to back
have been
seem to be negative,
damaging to my mental health. You know, so you can't avoid the stories. But another thing I noticed coming to this place, I saw that they were working on that Obalende axis of the third mainland bridge, and it was really smooth commuting this morning. No more potholes. There were many potholes there, but they fixed that road and it's smooth. So kudos to whoever was involved.
Okay, we thank those that are making our road smooth. The side effect is there's a bit more traffic whenever there's road construction, but we go through it together. I have a
beautiful.
Thank you.
It's queen of Ashoke.
I love Ashoke right from time. But I have an event. I'm attending an event, and I cannot remember the name of the event after the show.
Conference?
No, that one yesterday was really successful. Oh my God. As in, the survey industry is so broad. Even me that I was going to go and speak on adapting and evolving and leading, I was learning a whole lot being that place. See, don't take your life for granted. Attend programs. Those programs expand your knowledge and increases the opportunities you can see, because there are opportunities despite the challenges that we're going through as a country. When we return, we'll go through the top stories in the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're starting our front page review with The Nation major headline. Fireworks in U.S. Congress over Nigeria's insecurity. Lawmakers split on religious labeling of insurgency. In other news, we have Nnamdi Kanu gets life sentence for terrorism. IPOB chief found guilty on all 7 counts. Tinubu sent Matawale to Kebbi, 900 troops to Kwara. While DSS files terrorism charges against 9 IPOB commanders linked to Simon Ekpa. Sad story of Awolowo's grandson, Olusegun, dies at 62, as Lagos allocates 245 billion naira bond to critical infrastructure. Then I think there's another news here. Major win for Nest Oil as court lifts asset freeze in alleged $1 billion debt dispute. Okay, so what story do we start with?
So congratulations to Lagos State. They are looking to get more funds to, you know, scale up infrastructural development across areas of transportation, education, healthcare, and food security. So the Lagos State yesterday government issued 2 bonds, a total amount of 244.84 billion.
Wow. And,
you know, this combined issuance, according to the Nation, is the included in the first green bond to be issued by an African subnational, and the 14.814 billion is a 5-year, looking at 16% fixed rate Series 3 green bond for 2030, and the 230 billion 10-year 16.25% Series 4 conventional bond for 2035, and both were issued under the Lagos State 1 trillion debt and hybrid instrument issuance program. So, for me, this is a big win. I think financing has always been a big deal, but I think some people know the game more than some people. So you see some states advancing. Well done to the governor of Lagos State and the people of Lagos.
Okay, so I have the story of the president who he ordered Matawale's relocation to Kebbi. They said the president directed the Minister of State for Defense, that's Bello Matawale, to relocate to Kebbi State to coordinate security operations aimed at rescuing the 24 schoolgirls abducted earlier in the week. They said he's to remain in the state to monitor rescue efforts and provide direct updates to the president. And they said his deployment aligns with his experience managing banditry and mass kidnapping incident during his tenure as governor between 2019 and 2023. And they said that because of that, the president postponed his planned trip to Johannesburg for the G20 summit and to Luanda for the AU-EU summit. He said he stayed back in the country to receive further security briefings on the Kebbi abductions. And also, they said the Kwara State governor, that is Abdurrahman Abdurazak, has also said that the president has sent over 900 troops to the state. And he also said that our government has put in place different security arrangements to put schools and places of worship in the southern part under elevated surveillance for maximum safety, which is very much needed. I hope that there will be success with these schoolgirls because it's been devastating since we heard this.
So for what I have here, sometimes when you see sensational stories on newspaper headlines, you want to read the story itself because sometimes it can be different from what's on the story. So DSS files terrorism charges against 9 IPOB commanders linked to Simon Ekpa. That's the headline. But according to what the paper says, the Department of the State Service has filed terrorism charges against 7 commanders of the indigenous people of Biafra linked to Simon Ekpa before the Federal High Court in Abuja. According to what they say, the Deputy Director of Public Relations and Strategic Communications, Favor Dozie, dropped the hint in his statement, and from reading this, I got to know that a Biru Deshonj person, Ibrahim Ali, was also a suspect who they said receives the money and gives out for arms acquisition and most of these terrorists run in spot. But down the story, we still saw that there's an Ishmael, they call him Ishmael, who is also an Islamic State of West Africa, one of the leaders of the Islamic State of West Africa. He too was prosecuted, and some other northern people who masterminded your war massacre, according to what is here, they were all prosecuted. This is due to the DSS resumption of office, Oluwatosin Ajola Ajayi, who resumed and decided to take back the cases on ground, and he wanted to review, and he saw all these people that need prosecution. But the headline is saying DSS files terrorism charges against 9 IPOB in caps commanders. That's why it's good to read the story
and not just take the headlines and conclude based on it. That's another thing here, because I also was going to conclude based on the major win for Nest Oil as court lifts assets freeze in the alleged $1 billion debt dispute. So it was like, the first few lines celebrate the fact that the Mareva orders have been revoked. However, as I read through, I was thinking maybe there's no longer any debt-related issue, but no, it's not like there's no other debt-related issue. It's just that they've declared that the ex parte order had lapsed, and so it's no longer in effect after hearing the argument. So it's important that we don't just conclude based on headlines, because sometimes headlines are done to grab attention.
Clickbait.
Do we have any other story that we want to take in the nation? Anybody has?
I had the health minister's story. So just a moment. Close that page mistakenly. So the health minister was at the health summit, where he spoke, and he, of course, as usual, as expected, lauded his administration's health reforms, the Tinubu's administration's health reforms. So he was speaking at the 66th regular session of the National Council on Health in Calabar, and that's Professor Muhammad Ali Patim, who is the coordinating minister for health and social welfare. And he said he recalled 24 months ago, the council took far-reaching decisions to overhaul the health sector through a sector-wide approach, and that involves the federal government, the Federal Ministry of Health, the state government, partners and local governments. I noted that this is a 2-year milestone that with Nigerians now beginning to feel the impact of the collective efforts of the ministries. He highlighted the theme, which is My Health, My Rights, accelerating universal health coverage through equity, resilience, and innovation. And so, simply put, it was a paper delivered, but the emphasis was that we are now feeling the health reform. So I would like Nigerians to let us know how they feel.
Which of them they are feeling. So, madman stabs civil defense officer to death. Tragedy struck yesterday at Obaile and in Akure North local government area in Ondo State. According to what is here, a mentally deranged man allegedly stabbed an officer of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps to death. From the story, they said the madman started exhibiting madness and destroying. He was very violent. So the mother of the deranged man and other neighbors decided to call on the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps officers to come and help them bind this man and put him in check. But in course of trying to do this, the mentally deranged boy suddenly became violent. He struggled with the officer, took his knife, and stabbed him several times. And this caused the death of the officer. So this happened in Ondo State.
So, Nima, funny enough, I saw you reposted the video concerning the fireworks in the U.S. Congress. I think there was a particular lady that spoke so well. She is Congresswoman Sarah Jacobs, who was talking about the fact that it is counterproductive to adopt an overly simplistic narrative about the multiple complex overlapping security challenge in Nigeria. Apparently, she'd done some things in Nigeria in the past. She was addressing the Congress on the alleged Christian-targeted killings and President Donald Trump's country of particular concern classification. Said that Nigeria, being designated as a country of particular concern classification that took place in 2020 during his first term, that his successor removed Nigeria from that list shortly after he assumed office, and he returned and took it further by threatening military action. So there was a congressional hearing that took place yesterday, and the debate was healthy, and there was a whole lot of people that saw the truth of what is happening in Nigeria, that how widespread the security challenges are. We can talk about it again when we return from the break. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet comes with the nutrients they need every day. Made from natural grains, contains protein and fortified with iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth. Mealtime is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
Think fast, play smart, win big. Picking Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
From Lagos to the world, TVC Communications has been nominated for its very first international award, the prestigious AIB. It's a recognition of our voice, vision, innovation, and relentless drive to push beyond boundaries. TVC Communications, Nigerian excellence on the world stage.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
two voices, two views, standing apart,
or an argument,
a battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the front pages of the newspaper and we're moving on to the Vanguard. Major headline, terrorism, court jails Kanu for life. It's a hot topic. Nigeria's entrepreneurship index rises to 0.47 points. That's from a report as U.S. Congressman Riley meets Ribadu. Security chiefs in Washington. U.S. Congress highlights challenge genocide Christian going on in Nigeria. So that's something we're still going to discuss. Eruku church attack. Pattern of targeted violence now clear. That's from Khan. National interest. Anya, Aganga, Akonde, others chart way forward for Nigeria. Then we have the sad story of Segun Awolowo being dead. As Lagos raises 244.8 billion naira bond for infrastructure. Time to kick out NFF, outrage over World Cup ouster, and Atta responsible for Akwa Ibom increased allocation from Jonathan. So who has Jonathan's perspective?
I do. So Governor, former President Goodluck Jonathan attended the 87th birthday celebration and book launch of the former governor of Obongata, former governor of Akwa Ibom State. And the biography was titled Atta, the architect of a new democratic dawn. And at this 87th birthday, unlike the 65th birthday we talked about yesterday, they lauded the celebrant's achievements and his time in politics. And one of the major wins for me, which I must attest to, is that, President Jonathan said most of these states who now have offshore wells owe their debts to Obongata, Victor Atta, for the work he did as governor, fighting for his people to to get this. And he recalled how a young official working with the Padek in Akwa Ibom received a paltry 1% allocation, but credited Governor Atta's doggedness even in the face of unfavorable Supreme Court judgments for securing the revenue regime that transformed states. So those states started to get derivative funds and all of that. And so he loaded a lot of, it was well attended by dignitaries. And the writer of the biography was the Vanguard columnist, Dr. Dele Shobowale, who
it's always good when we celebrate good leaders in their time. Akwa Ibom, we really transformed Akwa Ibom.
Landmark changes, that they gave him. And it's good to highlight that. Don't be saying not get to it, not do it.
My sister, if you ask me now, who I go ask? Yes, thank you very much. All right.
Yeah, so I have the bandits gist. They said the bandits that invaded the Kwara churchgoers. They said they demanded for 3 billion to free them. They said the bandits who abducted worshippers from the Christ Apostolic Church, Okeegan Eruku, in the Ekiti local government area of Kwara State, have reportedly demanded 100 million ransom per victim. They said that they have started contacting family members using the victims' phones to demand the ransom, and they also said that they grouped them, 11 people. 11 of them have been asked to pay the 100 million, and meanwhile, they said the traditional ruler of the town, Owa of Eruku, Oba Busari Olarewaju, has appealed for urgent government intervention to ensure the safe rescue of the victims. They also said that the monarch commended the swift deployment of military personnel to the community following the visit of the state governor, but stressed that more needed to be done. And meanwhile, the police public relations officer of Kwara State Commander, SP Adetun Ejiri, said the commander has not received any official report of ransom demand. So we are not aware of any demand for ransom or contact made to the family members of the victims. Please, if you know that they've made contact, please go and report to her, because she's saying
she's not aware.
She's not aware of anything.
So this might be an unofficial speculation online.
Yeah.
It's not been filed, but of course, this kidnap issue, you should have talks with the family. Of course, you would have gone to the families to make your investigation. So
sad.
That particular statement is, for me, sounds somehow. So Ogoni writes, struggle not over, not over yet. So the Ogoni Welfare Association, OWA, Lagos, has urged the federal government to revisit the long-standing Ogoni Bill of Rights. This particular bill says it outlines the core demands of the document, which has remained unattended, and more than 3 decades afterwards, after the death of King Sarawiwa, this what was written in that Ogoni Bill of Rights has not been implemented. Our chairman, Wimene Miga, made this call during the association's 30th anniversary. According to him, he said they are planning on starting exploration, oil exploration on the Ogoni land again. And 30 years after, the reason for which Ken was killed and was executed, the reason for which the Ogoni people have been crying for cleanup of the Ogoni land has not been attended to. It's just been promises and promises, and the movement for the survival of the Ogoni people has not been attended to, and they are yet to take their ecological health important. So this is him calling out to the federal government and every stakeholder involved to do what is on the Ogoni Rights Bill.
Yeah, so I saw a story in the papers that highlights something that we've discussed a bit on the show. The NLC, the Islam Global Powers, said that Africa is trapped under exploitation, debts, exploitation, and fake allies. So this statement came from the NLC as they joined the continent in marking 2025 Africa Industrialization Day, and they emphasized on the urgent need for Africa to reclaim its industrial destiny. Speaking at the occasion, the NLC highlighted the fact that Africa is rich in mineral resources, historical contribution to globalization and industrialization. but they occupy the lowest rung in terms of economic indices. And so he has urged the African nations to abandon dependency on foreign messiahs and take bold steps towards self-reliance, unity, and economic transformation. The NLC, through its General Secretary, Ben Okwa, also said that Africa sits very low on the economy and there are many issues going wrong, that the zero-sum attitude to Africa's quest for industrialization festers despite our priceless minerals. So Africa wants to industrialize. There are many things Africa wants to do that they will say because of they are trying to protect all the treaties we've signed. And we have signed treaties because we see them as allies. They want to give us support. So we signed those treaties that say you cannot use coal, you cannot use this one. So we cannot do, there are a lot of things that we ought to be able to do that we cannot do. But Africa needs to unite. I watched the documentary on Ethiopia and I was like, my husband to watch it, he said, let's go to Ethiopia. Now we call, they say you cannot get visa to go to Ethiopia. Ethiopia is an African country, and we can't, as Africans, visit Ethiopia. They say except it's a business, you can't get.
Where the AU sits
so I can't attend AU.
Imagine that.
I can't. As in, I made inquiries. I even saw tickets. I reserved it. Say, let me just find out. Thank God I did not even book. I wanted, because I feel African country. You should just be. I wake up. I land in Africa.
Visa free.
Yes. Please take your story.
In the Vanguard inside story, the managing director of Pampay and Pampay are doing an awareness on in Kano. They call it an awareness road walk. It's organized, of course, to sensitize the public to protect themselves against fraudulent taxes. I usually don't take advertorials, but because this one is very important, he said the campaign is necessary to ensure that customers of the bank don't fall prey to fraudsters. And he, according to him, he said, not whatever you see as a link on your phone or maybe on your Facebook that you click. Ensure that you verify the link before you click on it.
They should almost tell our older people.
Yes, that you don't trust, you don't need to, it will shock you. Younger people too. Beware of the antics of fraudsters. And they took this drive across. It's important, particularly fintechs. Fintechs have made banking easy. They make click and click easy.
So anybody can open?
Even in investigation, usually when they trace monies, stolen funds, breakdown, you usually trace it to those easy fintechs, streams.
Your story is very...
we have to talk about the strike.
Where's the strike?
The resident doctors, they say their strike continues until demands are met. So they came out and the labor union, I've seen the labor union or one of the agencies said that talks are in order, in process, and they are making progress. But the chairman, the director, the National Association of Resident Doctors have come to say that's a lie.
So they're not talking to them.
There's no headway. This is what you guys have been saying. You've been making promises. We want to see something tangible before we can call off the strike.
That's all we can take on Front Page Review for today. We hope that the resident doctors get what they've demanded for and Nigerians get good health care. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
You guys, this was just about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Entertainment WhatsApp channel right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
real? No cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always legend.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jez is right. All you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Now hope
they carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit e no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin wey dey read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama wey dey fry akara wey see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija,
your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come no matter wetin happen.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to East-Flash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shook on for you.
You already know, guys. East-Flash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's East-Flash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments, just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
From Lagos to the world, TVC Communications has been nominated for its very first international award, the prestigious AIB. It's a recognition of our voice, vision, innovation, and relentless drive to push beyond boundaries. TVC Communications, Nigerian excellence on the world stage.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
Our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith.
Believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth, unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow. Hope is us, millions of voices, refusing to give up on the promise of this land. Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
To keep building.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So, what are your thoughts on this topic we want to discuss? Yesterday, Nigeria watched history unfold in a courtroom drama that gripped the nation for hours. After 8 hours of tense proceedings and judgment spanning nearly 100 pages, the Federal High Court in Abuja has sentenced Biafra agitator Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment for terrorism. Presiding Justice James Omotosho, in a courtroom heavy with anticipation, declared that he ought to sentence him to death. But in exercise of mercy, he would impose life instead. The court was thick with tension as supporters of Kanu and law enforcement watched every word. For some, the ruling is long overdue. Assertions that no one is above the law, a warning that terrorism and incitement carry consequences. For others, the drama in court, the repeated interruptions, the judge's own admission of severity of the crime signal that a decision that could inflame passions and deepen divides. Justice Omotosho went on to specify the sentence: life imprisonment for count 1, count 4, count 5, and 6, 20 years for count 3, and 5 years for count 7, all to run concurrently. He also ruled that Kanu must be kept under protective custody and barred from using any digital devices, a restriction underscoring the court's concern for the reach of his influence even behind bars. What are your thoughts on yesterday's events and its aftermath? Join the conversation by calling us on 02016 352013, or you can call us on 090 63440, or tweet to us at TVC Connect, hashtag your view on TVC, so we can read your opinion on what happened. We're also streaming live on YouTube, which means you can drop your comments on our YouTube page. Yesterday, it wasn't a yam pepper scatter situation. This was everybody tense and waiting for what is going to happen, because it was a long-awaited judgment. The trial has been ongoing for a very long time. But Nima, what's your opinion? I first felt like long overdue, but Nima was like, no. Followed the process. It's courts. You can't jump the process.
So trials have their own complexities. So you can come in and I'm trying you for who thief goat, you know, and maybe the charge reads that you thief goat on so day and so day, and then you come in and say, oh no, you don't have jurisdiction to try me. The court will first of all look into jurisdiction. Those are preliminary matters. Before they look for who still go to, who get jurisdiction, the court will say, okay, the court will then rule if they do have jurisdiction, rule on its own jurisdiction, and then say, let's proceed. You can still come in with another preliminary objection
that the person that
as to defective charge, that this offense does not exist in law. There's no law that provides this. The court will have to do that, look into that. You can look into, you can say the trial, you know, your confession that was gotten as well, that you are relying on this. The court will have to look into all of those details, which elongates the trial. Process. You know, I had a case in child custody and divorce that I did not believe would bring an application to appeal court, because these are usually matters of magistrate and high court. We ended up at the court of appeal. And so that matter, I had to let go of the case, and it was taken over by another lawyer. But I found it, you know, sometimes people see these details and they think it's the lawyer's fault. Lawyer might have an idea of how many years or months his matter is supposed to do in court, but it's not the court. You don't see other things that will come in that will force the court, you know, to look into other matters. So several other applications were within this matter that delayed this matter so far.
So it is only us on the outside that do not understand the entirety of what law entails that will just look at it and say, long over. Let's just even know where we are going to. But Ramati, what was your first opinion? Because you've been reading this in the papers back to back for a very long time.
Honestly. So, in fact, first of all, I want to even say sorry to all Nigerians, because this weekend has just been stressful. You know, I'm just major things happening, you know. Immediately I saw the story, I was like, oh my God, not again. The abduction of the girls, and then, you know, Trump planning to strike, all those things, you know, just a lot in my head. So the first thing I saw, where somebody was trying to analyze the whole story, because when I saw the story, you know, it's quite a sensitive one, actually. So I saw somebody online trying to analyze what happened in court and everything. I heard where he said that Nnamdi Kanu, that he was not supposed to, that he appealed and said that they should postpone the case, that they should tell the judge not to pronounce anything yet, that he has witnesses. And the judge now told him that you were supposed to have brought your witnesses a long time ago. But he continued and said he has witnesses, and that they should tell the judge not to pronounce anything yet. But that the judge went, meanwhile, the judge pronounced all this, the whole thing, but they had to remove, because he had already started talking anyhow, you know, saying a lot of things in court and everything. So they had to take him out of court, and then the judge now pronounced it. So there are so many things. They said his conduct, the way he conducted himself, his behavior in court and everything is all that contributed. Instead of him to have concentrated on the case, that he handled the case with a lot of emotions. He didn't bring out enough evidence to support him, and then at some point he fired his lawyers. All of them. You know, at some point he just fired his lawyers. At some point he said he wants to represent himself. You know, he was just treating the matter with a little bit. He was just doing, you know, not following the right stuff. Is somebody that said it online. So the way the person analyzed it and said that this was everything that happened, and that because it's from the Federal High Court, this thing that he can appeal. So So they'll see what they can do about that. Even his lawyers, they came out and they said that nobody should cause any violence, there shouldn't be any violence or anything of that sort, that they are going to appeal and they are going to see what they can do. So I just think we should just keep our fingers crossed and see how it goes.
All right.
Yeah.
Abigail, you are the closest person to the East amongst us. What's your take on this?
When I saw this topic this morning, I was wishing, say, Ginny, please can you make a wish? I would have said, oh God, can we evade this topic? But it's here, so we'll have to talk about it. And I want people to listen and not be biased. And the tension is already heightened. The polity is already heated. So we have to be open-minded. And first of all, we know that we are an entity called Nigeria. And if not for everything that has been happening with every regions with their own challenges and all that, we will gladly say we are Nigerians without bias. So the Easterner can tell the Westerner, the Northerner abroad, oh, this is my brother, and not have anything behind their mind when they say this. So I was going to say that sometimes strategy is better than violence. Sometimes. Sometimes you fight, withdraw, retreat, regroup, and then come back to fight again. So, that being said, I want to say that Nnamdi Kanu would have had good intentions in what he went out to fight. We have so many people trying to fight for the progress of Nigeria. Sowore is there, the revolution now. Sunday Igboho at some point came, tried to fight for the Yoruba, Arewa people, you know.
Are also fighting their own.
Are also fighting. So now, those people want the progress of Nigeria. Even in Nnamdi Kanu, you will say, but sometimes you have something good to talk about, but how you go about it is now the problem. Now, this case, as Nima has already pointed out, has lingered because of the different components that came.
Let me read what the paper said. The judge, Justice Omotosho said that he stressed that the convict was not only cocky and arrogant. He said that he repeatedly misbehaved throughout the trial, which he said had suffered a series of delays since 2015 when the charge was filed. He was using this to explain that based on terrorism.
I was going to get there. So I was going to get there. So I said sometimes you can be on the right path, yet be wrong. Now with Sunday Igboho, at some point he went out in Cotonou, they caught him, he wanted to travel, and he came, and he's silent. After then, I don't think he has erected or put together an army of Yoruba people that will come and be fighting. Now, for people like Sowore goes out to protest, which is the citizens' right to protest. Now, the difference is, what is the outcome? What is the result of how you were able to make your aggression known? That's where the challenge is.
So,
because because if we are looking at it now, the East is still suffering as a result of the offspring of the decisions taken by Nnamdi Kanu. So do you want to say something?
No. So I just feel like I know you were driving towards something. I wanted you to land on what you were saying, and then we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll discuss the counts, each of the charges leveled against him. But I like the fact that you took it broad and to discuss about how agitations have been happening everywhere. But this particular case
I'd also like
different.
to explain, Ramatu's point of, his defense. The application he had brought in. At the time.
When we return from the break, we continue the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silent, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith,
believing in rain and harvest. Hope is the youth
unafraid to rise,
rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us. Millions of voices
Refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
To keep building, to keep hoping.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was the gist about Ira Star and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP. But me, I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you
Listen.
ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No,
real?
no
But
cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh. And that's on period.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express, premium gist on cruise mode. Always first, always next.
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jess is right. All you're trying to say to you is for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Now hope.
They carry us.
Even when wahala they choke, we stand gidigba. Hope they waka with us for downfall.
It dey gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit e no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin wey dey read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama wey dey fry akara, wey see the reason say
tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija,
your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we're still discussing the judgment yesterday from the Federal High Court concerning Nnamdi Kanu, sentencing him to life imprisonment that would serve concurrently. I wanted to highlight some of the counts, the 7 counts that were brought against him. Some were going to be for 1, 4, and 5 were the ones that gave him the life sentence, which the judge said should have given him a death sentence, but because of he said he wanted to give him the time to appeal, and out of biblical injunction required him to show mercy, according to what I read in Vanguard. But the first count 1, is act of terrorism, including incitement via broadcast. Count 4, which is incitement, encouraging or directing people to commit violence or terrorist acts. Count 5, unlawful provocation likely related to his broadcast or orders to provoke violence or unrest, and count 6, international terrorism, is actors or communications considered to have crossed borders or global implications. These are what gave him life imprisonment. Then they said he was supposed to receive 20-year jail term for the 3rd count, belonging to or leading a proscribed, which is banned organization, IPOB, and then count 7, which is illegal importation of broadcast equipment, accused of bringing in transmitters unlawfully for Biafra radio. So these are the counts, these are the charges. It's 100 pages. I don't think any other person, apart from people who have personal interests that are maybe lawyers and stuff in the case, would have time to read through how the summation came about. However, my worry is the emotions that these judgments carry. What it says to people from the East. So there was a particular justice in, somebody said, justice in Nigeria is not for the South. That's East Abaribe. Another person said, Indigo in prison.
That was Senator Abaribe. I was trying to remember his name.
Indigo in prison for life from ex-Senate President Wabara. This sentiment and strongly worded response to the judgment worries me for a nation that already has plenty issues to deal with. But I'll take a phone call, then I'll come to you for your opinion. Welcome to the show. Good morning. Tony, we have you live.
It's all right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
Good morning.
It's actually my sister was calling.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Well, let me just quickly add my voice with regards to Nnamdi Kalu's verdict that was passed yesterday. To some of us, that verdict has long overdue. Long overdue because that man has been kept for more than how many years? Of course, we know the back and forth that have kept happening about in with regards to that case. But the truth still remains. Some of us actually, we thought that kind of verdict would have been such that will favor Nnamdi Kalu in such a way that the eastern part of Nigeria for too long has been sidelined. That's the honest truth. Nnamdi Kalu, just like one of the speakers there said, he has a just and a honest cause he's pursuing. But the manner at which he went about it was not right. We know about that. Now, that case was actually a sensitive case. 2 or 3 months ago, I was in the eastern part of the country, precisely Anambra. I understand firsthand what it looks like, this sit at home of the thing. So we were thinking that if somebody like Sunday Igbo was at the point was released, his case was trashed. Meati Allah Chairman, his case also was trashed. We were expecting the case of Nnamdi Kalu. The president would have scored a very major point if he had granted that man bail. So some of us, we felt like, I'm not an Igbo person, but the truth is this. Nnamdi Kalu would have been sent out, would have been sentenced to life imprisonment. Because for a long time, like I said, even yesterday, if you follow the debate at the Congress, they raised up Nnamdi Kalu's issue. If you follow it critically, they raised it up. And that's to tell you that even the verdict, we don't know what will be the decision of these congressmen. Like one of them mentioned the case of Nnamdi Kalu, who they said his case is a clear display of what did they even call it? There was a name which is quite laughable. So they would have allowed, they wouldn't have sentenced that man to death. If Meati Allah, who claimed he's what's it called?
I think Meati Allah was like, it will make Nigeria ungovernable. I think that was the case.
It's still there. You know, I don't know why we do this to ourselves. You know, we further divide ourselves. One of the things that, you know, Nnamdi Kanu did was, you know, deeply divide this country with his agitation. At the time he started it. So if it was about information about the rights of the South or the Easterners, and, you know, calling for their non-marginalization and their rights, it would have been different. It was an inciting avenue he took. A division calling for heads, calling for that, calling for... It was a government within government, and we cannot, you know, blame the system for, you know, some of these things. I remember that he was charged in 2015 because of the inciting through the Radio Biafra, and then he was arraigned in court. some of the charges were criminal conspiracy, intimidation, membership of an illegal organization after IPOB was proscribed, and he was granted bail, and he jumped bail. So how do you expect any court? From my experience as a lawyer, I have never seen where a person jumped bail and was granted bail to the end of a criminal trial, ever again, because you've shown that you're not, you cannot be trusted with that freedom. He jumped bail. He shot his Senator Baribe. I was trying to remember him. Was one of them, and it was quite an embarrassing scene online at the time. But facts of the case is that when this trial started in 2015, so that when you say it's long, it's 10 years old, yes, it was. He started at the magistrate court. After he jumped bail, he left the country till 2021 when he was extradited into the country forcefully. So there was no case as opposed to that time. It was the shorties who were then in court. And then he continued from 2021 with him constantly asking his judge to recuse herself. Justice Binta Yako.
Yeah.
And then he finally went, the trial properly started in 2022. He went into preliminary objections. He entered a no-case submission, meaning that he did not hear case from everything that the prosecution has established. And the prosecution came with 5 witnesses. They established their case. When the no-case submission was overruled, it means that you don't have to defend yourself. If you value your freedom, that's when you bring in your evidence and your own witnesses to defend and say, I did not do this. If they say the no-case submission meant there was no case, these things didn't happen. But the prosecution was able to establish that he happened. You then come in after that was overruled and you say, okay, no, this is my defense. X and X and X were with me. These were not the things I did. This, you bring in your defense.
I have Udowa's called in, but I wanted you to establish some timeline facts because what we hear online, and most people online, they just believe that since 2015, he's been held for so long, and they don't understand the timeline when he was given bail, when he jumped bail, and all that. So I wanted to establish that. But let me take this phone call. Udo, welcome to the show. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you very much, TBC, for making us time to speak to you on this very important topic. My name is Udo, and I'm coming from Jabi in Abuja.
Okay.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead with your contribution.
Okay, thank you very much, TBC, for the good work you do. GT. Yesterday was a turning point in Southeast, in southern Nigeria and in the whole country. But I'm one of those who believe in the rule of law. I've always cited in my social media pages that the day we start dragging public officials and Nigerians before the court, South Africa drags the consumer, the former president, and docked him for wrongdoing. That is when Nigeria will be okay. The day former presidents and former governors will ask for the crimes they committed, that is the day that Nigeria will be very okay. Law for everyone, not law for some. My only problem, my only message is, I hope that the federal government will also grant this one that kidnap children from Niger State. They are just getting guilty. I don't know how it is. The ones that shot people in Eriku, and the ones that are rampaging the roads and Parakedi and up north, killing people left, right, and center. I hope they will also be charged and imprisoned for life, so that this tension that this has generated will calm down. But it takes me to my second point. I lost my mother in 2006 because of medical complicity. Today, I find it very hard to forgive the doctor and the hospital. Now, my question is, I know that people are defending them because of one thing or the other, one interest or the other. But how do I explain to the family of Baraki that adherents of Nnamdi Kanu gone down their family? I have a senior old boy in my secondary school, and a 3-year-old nuclear physicist. He was gone down in front of Federal University of Federal Polytechnic Oko. He didn't that visit at home on Monday. This old man, a grandfather, was gone down in front of his wife. I have friends whose businesses have been run down, families destroyed. And my only problem with what Nnamdi Kanu did, as you were saying, was the tactics. And then the people that claim they were listening to you were running amok. And you couldn't open your mouth to say, stop this. And like the judge asked yesterday, how can you disclaim people you are fighting for? That's the question. If I'm telling you that the mother died in 2006, until today, anytime I get past the hospital that led to her death, I look the other way. I find it very hard I still pray to convince those people that did this to her. She lived 3 years after the medical mess that they did to her. So I'm now wondering how you kill 5 members of the family because we didn't observe it at home. And you're telling me to sympathize with somebody who has been sent to life imprisonment. Is it an overkill? I think so. Was the judgment too hard? I think so. Was 20 years imprisonment okay? I think so. But was life imprisonment okay? I don't know. But my question is, how do you explain? I have a friend who is the distributor of NPL products. If he's supposed that every Saturday and Sunday, he assembles his stock at night mile every day to take things from there to Abia, Port Harcourt, Bayelsa. I don't want to tell you how many of his stock he has gone down. He stopped doing that business when his driver was shot in the bed in Abia State and stock brought down because somebody said he's fighting for me. Before now, I used to go to Anambra 4 times a year. That's minimum. Since this carnage started, I just managed to get to Anambra twice, maybe Christmas and then Easter, and that's all. I saved my life. And finally, because I won't waste your time, there are communities that are coming back to their villages today because of some who do that through Homeland Security Bureau in Anambra State. That was the reason why my type of person supported Solution for second term, because the clampdown we made on these idiots that we, I'm sorry, please, the clampdown we made on these people that we are killing people, places in India, Live, also. So many areas in places in that area and boundary between India, Anambra State, Yala, and Imo State. They don't go to their parents. They run traditional marriage in Lagos, in Abuja, in Kano, because they cannot go. So you take taxation and pay money to bury their father or their mother. We lost a brother who was commissioner of police. They had to take permission to bury him in Yala. They did the same thing in Lagos, as you take it. They ran away. So somebody is not telling me because one judge decided to, have some balls of steel to make a pronouncement. They now say they are killing me both. I just asked my colleague, what can he tell Oracle in his family?
I feel, I honestly, I hear you, and I think that's what the show is about. Every view should count. But we'll take a break right now. When we return, we continue with the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to Eastland. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha.
I know that.
I go shoot can for you.
You already know, guys. Eastlash give you the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's Eastlash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Think fast, play smart, win big. Quick Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and Quick Cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for Quick Cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
From Lagos to the world, TVC Communications has been nominated for its very first international award, the prestigious AIB. It's a recognition of our voice, vision, innovation, and relentless drive to push beyond boundaries. TVC Communications, Nigerian excellence on the world stage.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
Our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we had the last caller, Udo, and his own view is a bit different from some of the Eastern leaders that I have heard, because he's speaking from personal experience as someone that is from the East and has stories that we probably, it doesn't make it into mainstream, but we all know that there were issues with that sit-at-home implementation and the impact on the lives of even examinations were not able to be written during the sit-at-home situation. Abigail, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I kind of feel because of the timing, that's why this is much of a big issue, because what the sentiments out there is, okay, because it's in Nnamdi Kanu now, the judgment is faster. The judgment has been done. And he's been given, that's the sentiment outside. If you listen to many people talk and even you read comments online, that's what they say. They now start citing names. Okay, what about the, I don't want to mention names now. What about this one from the north negotiating with bandits? What about this one? Everyone is saying that. Everyone is saying that. What have they done to them? So you will, if you listen to so many people, you will see the sentiments. And that's the ethnic sentiment that we've been talking about. And this ethnic sentiment has been since we can remember the Civil War. We remember what caused the Civil War. A group of people finally felt or are feeling like they've been marginalized. And as time went by, years go by, they're expecting that, okay, we will still be seen as one Nigeria, but you're not bringing us into the system as Nigeria. It's okay for somebody to feel, okay, you're not bringing me in, I'm feeling a type of way. So it's now the responsibility of the state to now make people feel seen and heard. Because the major problem where this whole inciting and this chaos is the marginalization of the people from the East, saying that Easterners cannot occupy certain positions, they cannot be this. The approach Nnamdi took, we will say, is wrong, because up until today, you still have Eastern Security Network, you still have IPOB, people can't go home. The Easterners are complaining, the ones who have the boss. It's just that the time it's happening now, so many other things are happening, and the Easterners and some people with sentiments are saying, okay, it don't reach our turn as normal now, this is what you're now doing. Now, this will take me back 30 years ago. We just talked about the Ogoni Welfare Association celebrating their third decade. What was Ken Saro we were fighting for? He was fighting for the survival of the Ogoni people. You come to a land, we have oil, you're exploring oil, fine. Why do you now explore and leave us to waste? We can't drink water, we don't have good places, we don't have good air. You're not even compensating us. It ended, that is still November. Ken Saro, I think it was around November 10 that it was executed in 1995. And this is November 2. So he came out to agitate. Now, they have still come to say, this thing that we were fighting for, it hasn't been done. So away from prosecution, the law must take its course. We all agree, because where your rights end is where another person's own starts. And you shouldn't be in danger my life, you know. So the law has to prove itself that it's fair across board. It has to prove itself that, okay, this caused chaos some years ago, as a reference, let's do these things and operate those things
deal
that
with the
made
issues.
deal with the issues and
Thank
make
you so
sure
much,
that
Abigail.
these issues don't reoccur. That is what people are asking for.
Right
The
now.
judgment in itself, I don't think it's much about the judgment. It's about the personality, the person, and the cause. That's what the sentiment is.
Let me take Yakub, who has called in from Dokwemi. Welcome to the show this morning. Good Yakub, Alhaji Yakub. You are live.
Yeah, good morning, and then good morning everyone in the studio. Yeah, for me, I think the judgment that I listened to yesterday, because I follow it from the beginning to the end, even though when the NEPA took up the light, I found another means to follow it up. It is a long judgment. And then the judge go as far back as almost 10 years ago, 5 years ago, beginning to read it line by line. But one thing caught my attention yesterday. When the judge was asking, you were saying, as the last caller said, you were saying that you were fighting for people, and then the same people, you were killing them. So, you see, Ogoniland that my sister just mentioned earlier, just now, it's quite different from this. The kind of this world, we are fighting for them to be compensation because of the resources that the Nigerian government as a whole are taking from their land. Even though it was executed by wrongly executed, and then it is quite different from this. See, my sister, this kind of a judgment, it is a welcome development. I stand to be corrected, even though you still have opportunity to appeal the judgment. Fine, it can go either way or there. But I can tell you, the only reservation I have is that yesterday, if you could remember, we discussed something like this yesterday, even though I couldn't cut in. And then I could remember BC mentioned something yesterday. When those people, they were giving judgment, I think they're giving them 20 years or thereabout. Those Boko Haram that they were conflicting.
Yes, I remember.
I think last week or thereabout. See, these people, our opinion as well. My opinion is the same thing as what BC said yesterday. Because these people go all out and killing people. How could you now say that you are giving them 20 years imprisonment and all that? And then before you know, they will be serving and come back and then want to integrate them back to the society. What do you go to tell the family that they are already killed? This is an injustice. And then for me, if you can give Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment, I stand to be corrected. What you need to do to those ones as well is to give them life imprisonment, even though you don't want to kill them. But for me, if I have my way, whoever does kill, he must go. Because you cannot just carry arms and taking someone's father's life, someone's mother's life, and killing somebody's children. So,
thank you so much, Yakub. So it's a bit, I hear him and I like the connection in that, because some people also in the Vanguard were saying that it seemed like Nigeria has a different law for Southeast, that's from Igbo women, and there's double standard, that's from Ono. And the double standard is coming from this kind of scenario where terrorists that were caught under Boko Haram and all of the other bandits was given 20 years imprisonment, and then you now give Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment. But you know, every judgment they will tell you the counts. Every judgment they will tell you the charges.
Different.
Yes.
So you know, yesterday we were together. I was saying it that you cannot charge somebody for a terrorist act that led to the loss of lives and just charge him for, you know, certain aspects of his association with the group, as opposed to, you know, the life that he took, whether by directly or indirectly by association. And so we're saying that, you know, we have to have that law that now provides for those offenses to extend the punishment.
If you are caught in any way around banditry, kidnapping,
public general
execution, all of them should have death sentence.
But let me just put Nnamdi Kanu's case in perspective. Nnamdi Kanu has a very good grounds of appeal. He has 90 days of appeal, which he can, you know, go to the appeal court. This was a federal high court judgment. And from there, he can still appeal to the Supreme Court on this judgment if he doesn't get, you know, exonerated or, you know, have the conviction quashed. But he also has one of the grounds that is defense and put him before he sacked them. You see why you cannot joke with your lawyers. And when your lawyers are defending you in court, there's something called remain silent. You know, he did too much of, he damaged his case himself. And that we must admit. When his lawyers put his defense together, they remember that the law at the time he was arrested was the 2013 law on terrorism. That law was repealed, I think 2021 or 2022. And so they were coming to the court to say there's no law anymore. And they brought Section 36 of the Constitution to say that the law at the time of the offense of his crime was no longer existing. And you cannot try him. His lawyers were doing a good job. But he sacked them, he kept sacking them and damaged his own case. So now maybe when he's on appeal, he will allow his lawyers do their work, which is what lawyers do. You know, it's a technicality that people must praise them for, whether we like it or not. They know how, they know the law, they know what the law means, they know how to interpret it, and they know how to bring it before a judge. So there are ways lawyers will talk to a judge and the judge will listen. It's the matter before the judge. But when you are talking yourself, you are telling the judge, do not listen to technicalities of my defense, listen to only me and your emotions. And sometimes you force a judge, because Justice Peter Yako and several other federal court judges did not want this matter. It was a young pepper scatter. Every judge was, trying to get themselves out. So we must even the terms of Justice James Omotosho for going ahead. So now when you go on appeal, maybe when they bring that part of the non-existence of that law at the time, maybe there will be a way out.
So we'll take a quick break right now. When we return, we talk about healing after this. We'll talk about how to deal with the issue that Nnamdi Kanu rode on, which is still on ground. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big...
You guys, this was just about Ira Star and Rema now. You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them oh, and that's on periods.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and almost they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jens is right. All you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Now hope
They carry us.
even when wahala dey choke, we stand gidigba. Hope dey waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit e no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin wey dey read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for heart.
Hope na the mama wey dey fry akara, wey see the reason say
Tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija.
Your freedom na promise. Say hope go always come, no matter wetin happen.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
Hey, you already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shook out for you.
You already know, guys. E-Splash give you the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's E-Splash.
Think fast.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing about the judgment of Nnamdi Kanu being sentenced to life imprisonment at the Federal High Court. And we wanted to move a bit away from the conversation of the person, Nnamdi, and his agitation. But we cannot avoid the fact that his agitation garnered followers because there was an underlying discontent within the Southeast that he rode on. So while IPOB is about the independent people of Biafra, which is calling for a secession, they want to be separated from Nigeria. There were the agitations that led to that was because they felt that the Easterners are not getting leadership positions high enough within the country, and many other issues around marginalization. These were the sentiments that created IPOB, and Nnamdi Kanu rode on those sentiments. If we now say IPOB is proscribed, this is now a banned organization, this is now an illegal organization, how should the government address the underlying issues that the Southeasterners have raised for many years? And if I feel a bit, I'd like you to call in to join the conversation because I can't understand it's like me trying to understand the responsibilities of being a man. I'm a woman. It's like me asking a man to understand the pain of pushing a child out. I do not think I can fully comprehend the challenge Southeasterners have gone through over the years, since when they had the Biafran War till date. But as someone that is a proponent of one Nigeria, as someone who has married across culture, I want a way where everybody that is in Nigeria feel like they are part of the country and do not feel disenfranchised or marginalized. How do we take Nigeria from where we are now to a place where everybody feels like part of the solution? What kind of leadership do we need? What kind of solutions can we put on the table?
Okay, so we have deviated from the topic, right? Because I have a lot to say, but I don't want to be misinterpreted because I'm a northerner.
Please, right? I know, so before you say what you want, let me take Austin from Josh. When I finish listening to him, then we'll come back to you. Welcome to the show. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Auntie Dr. Nima and then Ramat.
Ramat too, and Abigail.
And Abigail as well.
Good morning.
Well done. Thank you. I appreciate your effort. Your program, your view has been a very dedicated program. Just like let me speak to Nnamdi Kalu's issue. Let me take away the person of Nnamdi Kalu. We understand that the whole circumstances that led to the verdict yesterday, Nnamdi Kalu, to a large extent, if you had followed that case, you will get to realize that he really did not pursue his cause the way he should pursue it. But what we are saying now is, let's take away the person. Like I said, let me take away the person of Nnamdi Kalu and look at the agitation on ground. What was those problems Nnamdi Kalu was fighting for? I'm not an Igbo person, but the truth remains that if you follow Nigerian politics over the years, you will realize that this part of the country, the eastern part of the country, has been marginalized. That's the truth. And if these people are saying they have been marginalized, they need their own country, as it were, and they have their valid reasons why they are agitating for a separation or a formation of a new state. The truth still remains. Why won't the government look into their issues? You talked about the Niger Delta issue 30 years down the line. They are still agitating for the thing that somebody was killed for. Karoriwa, or what's his name? I've forgotten his name. Now, my problem with the Nigerian government most of the time is they are always swift to play politics over sensitive issues. Now, even sending Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment, let me ask a question. Has this solved the problem in the East? In fact, it will even worsen the problem. That's the truth. Let them come to a round table. In fact, this would have been an opportunity for this government to score a major point. They would have bring these people to the table and say, okay, let's go into an agreement. These are your agitations. We are going to let this person go, Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to attend to this issue. We are going to handle these issues you have raised. Then we will see where this problem will be coming from. So sentence this man to life imprisonment, and the problem is just like throwing the baby with the bathwater.
Austin.
So, yes.
Austin.
Nima has a question for you, please.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. You said okay.
Do you believe that Nnamdi Kanu can sit at a table and agitate the real problems of the southeast, of the east, with the federal government? Is it the only individual who can sit at the table to agitate the cause of the Igbo man?
No. If you follow the news, I think 2 or 3 days ago, I saw on TVC, it was the TVC or channels, where about 40 House of Rep members. I don't know if you remember that case.
Yes, I saw the House of Reps members. Yes, I saw them.
Yes, 40 of them signed and then said they were requesting the president should call these people, let them speak. That is what leadership is all about, negotiation.
Okay, but you don't think that the criminal trial of this person who has been found for criminal offenses should have been concluded? You think it should have been allowed to go?
He felt it should be negotiated. Thank you so much, Huston, for that.
I think
they should have used this to negotiate the issue.
I don't think so. You know, we were saying it yesterday. We shouldn't be clouding criminality with sentiments. If it's in court, they can still meet the agitations of
so we can address,
yes, we can still address the issue.
It's like saying that we should negotiate with bandits and all of that.
That's being permissive of any
deal
crime.
with the banditry and kidnappers, and then we go as a nation deal with the things that led to the problem, not educating and all of that.
Question.
Yeah,
I know we have to get to Ramatu.
Yeah,
let's ask ourselves, you watching us and on this table, if we had left, or if the court has said, okay, Nnamdi Kanu, you're free to go. Do you think he would have gone back, reclined, and said no to violence? Let me do this the right way. Judging by everything we saw, the personality. Do you think he would have handled the Easterners better to say, okay, my people, make we no fight again. Let peace reign. Do you think it would have happened?
It doesn't strike me as that kind
people
of
should answer for themselves. So you were saying something.
Yes, so I wanted to read a comment here that somebody wrote. He said, if we are all Nigerians, why must Nigeria allow OPC, Amotekun in Southwest, allow Ariwa People's Congress, Miyetin Allah and Hizbah in the North, but says Igbo cannot have IPOB and ESN?
Let me say something. Yeah. Now, the Amotekun and the rest of them, I don't think there's any Amoteku person telling a Yoruba person, sit at home, don't go anywhere, irrespective.
Not disrupted.
They are trying to secure their forest, even though we know recently they've seen bad elements. You always have bad elements in these states. They are guided under a particular rule. The difference is this set of people, the IPOB, they tell you, we are the government. You must sit at home. When it all started, we saw videos. They get into the market for people who disobeyed, spray bullets, scatter their markets, causing and inflicting pain on their own people.
Thank you.
So tell me, how are you fighting for the people you're causing pain for? That's the difference. I was going to say, you made a comment. You were asking a question before that person called. How can we now make this not reoccur? I was saying something this morning that we go abroad, spend 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and then you're getting the US visa, we flaunt our visa. I'm now an American citizen, I'm now a UK citizen. You're very proud as a Yoruba man, as an Ijaw man, Igbo man. Oh, I'm now a US citizen. It's easy. You are allowed to exist. And normally, universally, once you stayed at a place for almost 5, 6 years, you can actually apply to be an indigene. But if you notice, people say majorly because the Igbo tribes, the Easterners, they usually exert themselves wherever they go. And I have always said that the mistakes of so many people shouldn't be used to judge one person, because the Igbos are quite very friendly people to live with, apart from some people who are very, you know, they have the strong characters, they want to exert themselves. But judging other people because of experiences of maybe a few or minute few is not fair. Now, what I would be thinking is the states will now be more friendly to everyone, not just the Igbos alone. The Niger Delta are not really talking, because if you notice, the South region, when did they now get the opportunity to get the presidential ticket? Are they talking about it anytime soon? So even these Southerners, they were marginalized at some point, but they are coming out. That's why I said sometimes strategy is better than violence. There was a time in this Lagos when they were saying we will throw the Igbos in the third mainland bridge, Igbos must go, and all those kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So things like this, government shouldn't sit down and feel like, okay, let's just let it pass. Statements like that should be put in check. People marginalizing other people just because they feel you're from a tribe should be put in check. There should be guidelines, there should be laws protecting all individuals as Nigerians, not because you're more favored, you're not because you're from the north, you're more pampered than the one from the east. This is what our government will have to work on, the unity of everyone and the acceptance of every tribe as Nigerians. And not like the East, the West, and all that. All 6 regions should come together and love themselves and work together. From the north, you're giving us the food we are eating. We appreciate you. We appreciate your religion. We appreciate your culture. But then when you move towards the West, accept my culture, accept my food. Do not judge me because of what you think you know or what I know. Intolerance.
Let me take Ferdinand,
so
then
I'll
continue the conversation. Mr. Ferdinand, welcome to the show.
Thank you, madam. You are blessed.
Amen.
You see, that madam that spoke last.
Oh, Abigail, you're the one they blessed.
All of us are blessed.
All of us collect the blessing.
Kept me waiting. All those are preaching. People have preached that. It didn't work. Let me just contribute to what happened yesterday. You see, the other Alaja that is fat, that Alaja, she is very, very intelligent, even as though a human being. Sometimes she may brush some side as a human being. Yes, but she is very intelligent.
Thank you.
The fact of that trial yesterday.
Ooh. Oh, Mr. Ferdinand complimented all of us, and then we did not get his contribution. They said you were preaching, Abigail.
But this preaching is, see, let me tell you,
we all need it.
It's important, and there's no region. You know what I did not like going to school in Lagos is that they told us there were 3 major languages.
And you feel like...
So the other languages are not languages. There were some major regions. You know, all of those divides existed. I remember then, even people of this Bendel back then when we were little, our parents used to drum it in our ears that we are from this place, we are a people, we exist, we matter. You know, the government must be seen to carry everybody along, but every region must also play the politics.
So
to get the seat should not be based on just it's my turn sentiment. Women have been advocating for a reserved seat. We cannot, 30%. You know, is that how we want to do this politics of everybody? Every region must play that politics. If every region has a candidate, they must campaign and fight for the same seats.
How about we have like a vice president from the southeast? Would that be like a
would that
pacify?
That would be important. So I think that we should, yes, because I personally am going to say that to a large extent they feel marginalized. They are always saying it, they are marginalized, and they always say, they are always, if you are on Twitter, you notice they are always complaining that they are not being given a chance.
Twitter started because of this IPOB agitation by Nnamdi Kanu. The divide on Twitter, you don't even want to try it.
Yes, I understand. But the truth is that if only they can be united themselves and bring out relevant stakeholders from their various communities to come and represent them and go and have a sit down and talk and say, okay, this is what we want, this is how we want it.
Can we be part of the government? Can we participate? How do we get in and participate properly and also win? Look at what happened in this party that came. I think, you know, when you see some parties, you know that some parties come from certain regions. Yeah. There's this particular party that comes from that particular region. You can see it has scattered.
Many parties, even PDP said don't scatter.
That particular one, that particular one, and they can see that they are, you know, being recognized. So you'll be expecting that they will push the narrative, help, and all of that. But you find that
I don't think that we need a party from a particular region would solve the problem. I honestly like the message of Abigail. It might sound like she's preaching. It might sound like it might not work, but that is what we need. That's what we need. There was a former staff of TVC group, Ayo Woduni, who went to Canada, became a citizen, contested, became a councillor. Yeah. And there's no way you would deny his sense of ownership of that country because they've accepted him. They gave him opportunity to lead a group of people. He campaigned, he won. And any region that is not able to freely do that would feel like they are being marginalized. So I think that, for me, is the long-term problem that the country needs to address. Also, it will be a case of education. It will be a case of empowerment, non-partial empowerment across, non-partial infrastructural development across the entire Nigeria. The case still has, he said he has how many days? 90 days to appeal the case. I would appeal to my brothers and sisters from the Southeast to take a position of a position that unites the country, a position that preserves their life, a position that brings them progress. And let's not divide ourselves or fight ourselves long term. Let's wait for the court to follow let's wait for the rule of law to manage the situation. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we go into another topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Think fast, play smart, win big. We Cash, the game show where every contestant gets the opportunity to win money. No long waits, no dull moments. Just quick questions, quick moves, and free cash. Every second counts, every answer pays, and everyone walks away a winner. Are you fast enough for quick cash? Scan the barcode on your screen, and you just might get a chance to take your shot at instant fortune. Quick Cash, showing Mondays and Fridays on TVC Entertainment.
From Lagos to the world, TVC community.
Keeping hope alive. We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silent.
Even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer, planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest.
Hope is the youth, unafraid to rise, rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices,
refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
It is a call to keep believing,
to keep building, to keep hoping.
Every clash of ideas begin the same way. Differences could be a disagreement,
Two voices, two views, standing apart.
or an argument.
A battle to win, to prove, or to conquer.
Both are born from differences. One can open the door to respect,
Sound, are you ready?
and the other close it with fire. Two perspectives, but one big issue.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm good to go. So do we argue to fight or disagree to understand?
3, 2, 1, we are live.
This is the big
you guys. This was just about Ira Star and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP. But me, I don't know, Sha. Because Facebook's yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now. And they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like, they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh. And that's on period.
Like, I just aligned with them like last week. And almost, they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express. Premium gist on cruise mode. Always first. Always
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined.
Active.
Jez is right. All you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Now hope
They carry us.
even when wahala dey choke, we stand gidigba. Hope dey waka with us for downfall.
They gist with us for buka.
No matter the gbege, our spirit e no fit scatter. Hope na that pikin wey dey read ABCD and still get ogbonge dream for hearts.
Hope na the mama where they fry akara, we see the reason say
Tomorrow go soft for am.
Naija.
Your freedom na pro.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We often hear about sex for marks, sex for roles, sex for jobs, and even sex for promotion. This morning, we turn our attention to what many are calling an alleged sex for endorsement scenario in the entertainment industry. The conversation was sparked by superstar singer Tiwa Savage's revelation that she lost an endorsement because she refused to travel to Dubai with a male company owner. On one side, many are applauding Tiwa for speaking up and arguing that her experience reflects unspoken pressure on female celebrities which they face, which deals sometimes come hidden with expectation. Supporters say that her refusal shows integrity and they believe more women should come forward if they feel protected. They also insist that the brand must do better by separating business from personal demands. But on the other hand, some argue she offered no proof and that such claims, if not substantiated, can unfairly tarnish companies' image. Others contend that it's an industry where networking, private meetings, and travels are common. Her statement simply oversimplified a complex professional dynamic. Some others believe that celebrities sometimes package business disagreements or failed negotiation as moral battle. The conversation now centers on critical questions. Where do we draw the line between professionalism and boundary crossing? And what exactly is wrong with private travel requests? If it is genuinely for business, should celebrities automatically assume hidden motives, or should brand owners be given some benefit of doubt when no misconduct is proven? How do we protect women without creating an environment where every male intention is read as predatory? Why is it only women that often make this allegation? What are your thoughts on this? Join the conversation on 02016352013. The numbers are right there on the screen. You could tweet to us and also drop your comments on YouTube. You see, this topic, personal. What I mean, it is personal. My first ever near, like this is like my only near rape case, was based on a man saying, come and visit the venue. So when my first business was makeup, and I felt the makeup was slow, so I added event decoration to it because I was in a unit in my church where I was doing decoration. So I said, I'll do makeup and event decoration. And the person called me that they wanted to do decoration for a hall. And I'm a very naive person. I just believe everybody is good. So I followed to the location, and the man said, oh, the venue is downstairs, but we should stay in the room while they open the door, that there's a room we could stay in. So I went there, innocent me. Inside the room, I sat down, was waiting there. When will they open the door, sir? Are they going to call us when they open the door so we can check the auditorium? He said, order food. I said, I don't want food. I just want to check the auditorium and go. Next thing, Oga came back inside, locked door. I'm telling you, this person is a neighbor. I grew up in an estate, so everybody knows everybody. I know his wife. I know he has a daughter. So like we are all neighbors. And the man came to me, hey, Jesus. I am not a violent person. I think that's the only time I can even say I've expressed the level of aggression in my life, because I did not know where the power came from. Now, room key, like I injured him, he had blood on his hand. I used the key, injured. He was not saying, what's Ogbanje? Yes, I've said the story before. He was saying Ogbanje. I unlocked the door, came outside and took a bike from there to my house. And my mom came out and paid the bike man for me. But I went in because I believed that this was a job. And whenever I tell that story, my husband, when he met me, was like, you don't know life. God has just been saving you because you just walk blindly into a trap because you think everybody is doing that. So Tiwa read body language and made a decision, and people online were saying no evidence. It's just substantiated. Now when they rape and finish, I go believe.
So what if she had even slept with him for that? You say that there was no rape. You know, anytime this topic comes up and I want to take it, because of time, let me just go straight to what you understand. When the positions are imbalanced, when power is imbalanced, there's rape. That's how I see it. It's the same things that happen in the IDP camps where mothers have to sleep with one officer for food for their children. Even though she consented and collected the food, that was rape. You abused your advantage as a professor over your students. That was rape. Even if the student voluntarily came to the hotel to meet you, once you propositioned that person, and the person even had to concede. That's how we must look at it, because you take advantage of your power over that person. Even when it's followed through. So Tiwa, who now she's a very powerful musician, she can say no, she can even buy her own bouncers. We've seen where people have gotten to the height of their career and they are pulled down by one person because of power imbalance. And you know, it's the people who are supposed to, they make themselves gatekeeper of the profession. They are the ones that tell you standard, no standard, this and this. I don't take any woman's allegation of this.
Lightly, because the experience is plenty.
Yes, so she's an adult and she's over 40. She should be able to code and decode when things like this come up. Because, okay, so someone like her now, she can actually even send her manager or somebody and say, go and endorse the deal. She, my own is just to show up. Because we all know she's a musician. She will just show up, sing or whatever it is I'm sure he wants her to do. She'll just do and go. But for her to code that this kind of person is like this, and I'm very sure because this is somebody that she's an A-list, you know, artist, and she won't even just jump at the money. So it may be that the money is much or anything, but she can even say no. She has read the language and she has said no. Yeah, so a lot of people take advantage of this kind of things to, you know, lure women into things. Like there are some men that I know that, okay, so they'll have a business. They'll say, oh yeah, come. They'll tell a lady to come. Most times they always tell ladies to come. And when they come, their main aim is to lure them to, you know, try and see if they can have sex with them before they can give them the job. There are some men, they'll put it on the table and say, okay, this is what I have, or this is what's at stake. This is the amount of money. You know what to do. If you submit, you know how far. And then it's always, sometimes they will offer so high that some ladies will not be able to turn it down. But most times, if you have that guts and you're able to turn it down, strong.
So I was going to say that it's already hard being a woman. The job of being a woman is very hard. And this thing that Tiwa Savage has just said now, Yemi Alade has made a comment like that she has not been nominated for so many awards because of the love interest and all that. So yeah, these things, men say women are favored, they get deals and all that, but these are the hidden battles that women are going through. Now for someone like someone like Tiwa Savage, I don't think her coming out is commendable, because this is protecting the future of the girl child that's going to come after her. Now, women should be allowed to tell their truth. And she wasn't coerced to say that. She wasn't sitting in her house. They had a women talk and she said her truth. So the people online that are busy saying no evidence, they are the reasons why rape apologists are always, you're seeing more of them, because the women who come out to say their truth, you're always blaming them, looking for the host to poke in the stories. It's really not nice. Let's allow women to express their truth. And this is going to help the younger ones, the girls, to be better women. Because women nowadays, we've been commodified. most of the women now, they say we've been cheapened because of, okay, this man is offering you 10,000 to give you a role, and then you quickly go and get it. If you see a Tiwa Savage that is saying, I said no to this private jet trip, you as a woman coming up as a girl child, you say, okay, if Tiwa could do it, I can do it.
And she still became rich.
Yes.
And she
I
still
can
made
do
money.
True.
Normalizing sharing the story without bashing the people that share the story.
Very important.
Very, very important. But I also feel like, on a final note, when we talk about these things, what's the approach you feel women should take when this thing happens to them? Should they say it immediately, or is there a right time to say it or a wrong time to say it?
Immediately and walk out. Immediately and walk out. Say no. Say no if they say, okay, if they give you this, they give you maybe something, and then you feel that they are asking for something that you can't offer, you say no and you move out.
Now, I was talking about sharing the story in public space.
It's important to share it.
It's important to share it.
When the time is right, when you need in the right place,
you
know, to encourage the young ones to tell people these things happen. It's important, but let's not shy away from, you know, women also abusing men.
Yes, and women lying about being abused.
Yes.
Easy. Very easy. That one is not for me to discuss today. We will leave that one for your view pigeon to discuss tomorrow. Whether women are also abusing men, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm sure it does, because with power, people can take advantage. But nobody should feel so disempowered that they will sacrifice their self-esteem on the altar of financial gains, because you will not like yourself after you've done such. Thank you, ladies, for handling the first tough topic with us. And thank you for joining the conversation online. We'll see you tomorrow on Ladies of Your View Pigeon. Bye.
Bye.
That sounds great. And we'll make sure we do another live when that happens. How about that?
Hope go always come, no matter what happen.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to E-Splash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
When I say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that. They will not rest.
I go shoot out for you.
Hey, I beg you.